Google going nuclear now with a new default setting in their ad policy that could crush YouTubers once and for all. This story from Jess Pidocco for MediaFile reports that after facing months of backlash for unintentionally funding extremists through advertising, Google announced a public apology along with steps the company is taking to help advertisers avoid objectionable content and provide more advertiser control where their ads appear. Quote, "We know advertisers don't want their ads next to content that doesn't align with their values," the words of Google's chief business officer, Philip Schindler. He stated in a blog post, "So starting today, we're taking a tougher stance on hateful, offensive, and derogatory content. This includes removing ads more effectively from content that is attacking or harassing people based on their race, religion, gender, or similar categories." This is like the social justice warriors' wet dream. Now, this is where it gets interesting. They state that Google will implement a new ad policy with tools for advertisers to further control their brand, such as changing the default for brands to exclude objectionable content. All right, that's the kicker. They're changing the default setting. So sometimes you go through a thing, there's already boxes checked off. So for these brands, they'll automatically have the exclusion of objectionable content. They won't even have the option to opt out. It will be automatically opted out. But here's the big question. Objectionable to who? Who is the man behind the curtain determining what is objectionable? That's relative to the individual. Now, of course, a brand is going to have their own definition of what they want their brand to be associated with, or what content. So, of course, a brand is going to have their own definition. But that's not the point here. YouTube is going to be creating their own section of objectionable content. It's like the terrorist watch list, right? I remember when I went to an event. This is a little story. When I went to an event a couple years ago for biometrics, I saw at the time the head of the CIA there. He was there giving a speech. Michael Hayden. He was also the head of the National Security Agency. And I asked him a question. I said, how does somebody get off the terrorist watch list? How does somebody get off the no-fly list? They didn't like the question. I was sitting in the back of the room at this big industry event. He danced around the question. There's really no way to get off it. So if you find yourself on the objectionable content list for YouTube, how do you even appeal it? How do you even know? It's like I equate it to getting on the terrorist watch list, my friends. Now, they said the company will be fine-tuning the controls for advertisers to exclude specific sites of their choosing. Okay. So how do you determine what sites are what people should be reading and what people shouldn't be reading? It's like this. If Coca-Cola wants to pull advertising, it's like, it doesn't matter. Even Klansmen drink Coca-Cola. You know what I mean? Like, even racists will drink Coke. I mean, that's the lunacy of this whole thing. So you got a couple bad apples on YouTube who create some bad videos. They make some pretty stupid statements. YouTube has a system in place that automatically flags content, automatically demonetizes it based on metadata and information, visual information, tag information, description. All these things go into a big computer and YouTube spits it out automatically. If you feel that decision has been made in error, the algorithm is wrong, you have the opportunity to appeal it. But the point is here is like, you know, if Nike is going to be pulling ads, everybody wears shoes, right? So even if you're a jerk and you're making jerk videos on YouTube, you know, sure, Nike doesn't want to be associated with jerks, but at the same time, everybody wears shoes. You can't just like blanket remove everybody just because you disagree with their point of view. Now they're talking about what's hate and religious and attacking and bullying and stuff like that. I still don't know how they're going to go ahead and enforce this. But again, I go back to equating it with the terrorist watch list. You know, they say here in the article, transparency and visibility to advertisers is paramount. And in tandem with new hires, specifically to monitor ads and policy, that Google believes will safeguard and respect advertiser values and renew its commitment to brand safety. So, but let's go back a second here. Think about this. They're going to be I'm going to read this again. Fine-tune their controls for advertisers. The transparency and visibility is paramount for advertisers. Where's the transparency for the creators? Where's the transparency for people like us? If we end up on a blacklist because you don't agree with our conservative perspectives, our constitutional values that made this nation great, you disagree with those points of view? You're going to put them into a blacklist? How do we know? Like I said, where's the transparency? You're going to give transparency to the advertisers, but not to the creators. Now, if I think there's like a shadow thing going on here, a shadow removal of ads. Like we see that you can, if ads are demonetized, you have the ability to appeal that. So maybe that's their level of transparency that they're going to try and provide. But what happens if you just get into this blacklist and you just don't even know? There has to be a way to appeal that. Other than a lawsuit, I don't know what else. Maybe there will be some pretty big lawsuits. Believe me, I've been talking with people. Some very, very, very big people in the YouTube creator space. Maybe lawsuits is what's required to force the transparency, to be able to give creators the free speech platform that we have come to know, love, and rely on. It's time to make YouTube great again. Don't you agree? They said here, yes, new hires specifically will be monitoring ads and ad policy. Google believes the safeguards will respect advertiser values and renew its commitment to brand safety. Advertisers that have boycotted so far include AT&T, Johnson & Johnson, Verizon Wireless, Honda, Volkswagen, and many more. AT&T, the fourth largest advertiser in the U.S., invests heavily on Google's video and display advertising network and spent a total of $941,096 million in advertising last year. So there you have it. And that is why, again, why we have launched the Patreon once again, why we're promoting the Patreon. Patreon.com/nextnews, because we don't know what's going to happen. We don't. We've been affected just like every other channel on YouTube. Everybody. Except for maybe the kids' videos. You know, that girl that makes the Play-Doh, I'm sure she's doing just fine. But then again, PewDiePie, he's been affected as well. So, we'll see how this thing shakes out. And we're going to continue to produce for you as long as we possibly can with your support. So comment below, become a patron of this network by going to the link right here, patreon.com. And we'll see you at the next report. For the Next News Network, I'm Gary Franchi. Real quick, before we go, I need you to know about a product that I'm taking, a product that I love, a product that my family takes. It is GetTheTea.com. Life Change Tea. Lose weight. Cleanse from toxins. This stuff, you take a couple tea bags, you boil it, you make the concentrate, and then you put it in the water. Drink about 8 ounces a day, and this stuff will change your life. It'll clean out your system, get you regular. And not only that, but they've also got these other great products here. They got Niacin Advanced, they got Essential B vitamins, olive leaf extracts. This is great for your, this one, Xanthium, great for your eyes. Liquid vitamin C, drop it under the tongue, get a blast of vitamin C, keep yourself healthy. These things we need to have in our bodies so that we can continue to keep up the good fight. If we are not healthy, we cannot continue to spread liberty and spread freedom and remain strong. So go to the website. This is stuff I take every single day religiously. GetTheT.com is where you can get it. So I'll see you at the next report. For the Next News Network, I'm Gary Franchi.
You possess the power to impact the global narrative. Please share this report, and to get more videos like this, become a Next News subscriber by clicking the link below. Thank you for watching the Next News Network.